There was a lady on first floor who was wheelchair bound, and she was very able but very anxious, and she had the tiniest skin tag on her lower eyelid, and because she could see it all the time, she was constantly wiping at it. And when people are not as aware of their infection control issues, they tend to use anything, and so she was wiping infection into her eye all the time. So we were treating infection after infection, not of the dermatology issue, but of the eye, because she was constantly wiping the eye because of the irritation. And she had to wait, I think it was 5 months to be seen. So the number of infections she had in that time was just like every month, she was getting an infection. So that was an unnecessary delay.
We've actually had residents who didn't get to dermatologists. They've had wounds that we've tried to manage here. By the time they actually got there, they had succumbed to some of their stuff.
Okay.
We had a little lady with the CA on the back of her scalp that got as large as a tennis ball on the back.
Oh.
So,
Okay. And CA is just...
cancer, sorry.
Oh, cancer,
She had cancer on the back of her head. So she never got somewhere, and then by the time it got so big, her family chose not to continue to send her out anyway. There's lots of unanswered questions because as they've come in to try to book appointments, that's another 2 more schedules. So you've got the resident schedule too, and then their schedule because they want to go with their loved one, and that can't always come together as one. And then the dermatologist will send us some dates, and they don't always function. So this way the family could even come for the consult that we could do here, send it off, and then if they do need to go see a dermatologist for further follow-ups, then it would be easier. I think they had some answers earlier on. We had one gentleman get there and then realize he couldn't get in.
Oh.
So had to come back and reschedule to a different dermatologist. So to him, he was all frustrated because his is on his nose, so he wanted to get rid of that off his nose. He doesn't want to have treatment on there all the time. So now he's got bandages and stuff on his nose because the wound will weep.
Well, I just had 3 pieces of cancer taken off, 2 on my face and 1 on my arm. So, and then I couldn't go back even because of the snowstorm a week ago Monday.
And how long were you waiting for from the time that you had this injury to finally being seen?
Oh, ages. The one on my arm I noticed was getting very large.
Okay.
So,
And in the meantime, what kind of treatment did you have to help with?
nobody knew they were cancer.
Okay.
I covered up this one. My son says, I didn't know you had mark there.
Okay.
I said, that's why I wear Bang.
So if you would have seen this much earlier, then obviously you would have been much happier if that would have happened, rather than spending all the time, multiple appointments and things like that.
Yep.